Yeah, you know what time it is. Time for another video log with the ugliest thing in the world on your screen right now. First things first, I realized that apparently I've been shooting these in 30 FPS. Because I guess even though I set the camera to use 60 for the rear facing, you know, the normal camera, I guess it was still using 30 for this one. So I changed it, so now it's 60. So we'll see if that does anything for anyone. Probably not. I mean, it's just my face walking around, my lips flapping. But you probably can't hear because I'm sure I'm covering up the microphones and you probably can't hear me over this stupid air conditioner anyway. The air conditioner actually failed recently, apparently. I had spent a week away. Wasn't it? Like 5 days a week. Same thing. I'd spent that time away, and apparently in the time that I was gone, that air conditioner broke. It also happened to be in the middle of a massive heat wave when it was like almost 40 degrees without the humidex outside. So that was good, but it's working now. So again, good. Because that's expensive. Probably high time to replace it soon though anyway, because it was put in I think like 2001 or something. It probably says on it somewhere. I can't see. It did say refrigerant 22 on it. I did notice that. It's probably not running R22 because we had the furnace replaced. So I'm sure it's got some replacement refrigerant in it. Or some equivalent, or whatever it is, the word that they use for that. Those of you that are in the know, and I may have mentioned it in a video log previously, but certainly those that are in the know will know that I've been having some lockup problems with my main computer. Been having random spontaneous reboots and deadlocks. And it's very weird because the problem only happened and only came up when the system was idle. Or, you know, I had a web browser up and I was browsing, reading something online, whatever, but not doing anything intensive. If I fired up Prime 95 and let it sit there and spin on 4 CPU cores, it was fine. It would sit there and it would run basically forever. I think I almost managed to get 60 days out of it. And it would work. But as soon as you stopped it, it would deadlock. Weird. Very weird problem. I figured it was probably time for an upgrade anyway. So, even though my birthday was like 3 months ago, recently, and again there'll be a video about it at some point, I replaced the CPU and power supply and case on that. Yes, case. But again, I'll get into that in the video. Why I needed to replace the case. I had hoped it was the power supply because I know I've seen that problem before where the system would spontaneously reboot, and it was the power supply in that case. Replaced the power supply and everything was fine. Today I found out it was the processor because I went to go reuse that CPU for another project. Another much needed upgrade for something, this time a server that needed 64 gigabytes of memory, and really the only way to do that these days is to migrate to DDR4. And the easiest way to do that is the cheapest way to do that is to reuse parts that you already got laying around. So I bought a new board. They actually gave me the wrong one originally. I'd ordered it, or I guess technically it's a reservation, I don't know, because I paid in store. But I'd ordered it, or put in a reservation, whatever it is that you want to say, for a specific MSI motherboard. I got an MSI motherboard, but it was the wrong one. The one that I had ordered has 8 SATA ports on it. The one that they gave me only had 4, and I need 6. So that was certainly not a not a good option. Wouldn't have worked, and I wouldn't have complained. I would have just reused that board and processor for my wireless bridge. I'm really glad I didn't. So I guess I'm going to be getting a new processor for that, because I bought that hardware. I want to actually use it. And I don't know what exactly I'm going to put in there. Probably something cheap. Something extremely cheap. But we'll see. We'll see what's actually available, what I can purchase. I'll go look it up today. And I'll figure it out, what I can actually buy. Because it seems like a lot of these kinds of things, RAM in particular, seems to be a big issue, because they gave me the wrong RAM too. But they called me beforehand and said they were going to substitute it because they didn't have the kit that I wanted. But what's interesting is that they substituted it for a kit that cost twice as much. Go figure. I didn't pay extra for it. So I guess there's one thing. I basically got a RAM stick for free. So, anyway, that's a thing that I'm working on. It's actually sitting in there. You won't be able to see it. It's a beautiful day. Really, it is. It's just hot because, it's middle of summer right now. And it is almost 30 out here without the Human X. I mean, it's probably cooler right now. It was almost 30, midday when the sun was out. But, it's pretty nice out now. It'd be nice to actually do something, now that I have anything to do. Because I wanted to get that project done, and it's not going to. It's going to be delayed by another day at least. Probably until next weekend. Sorry about that. I had to pause there for a minute. Stupid idiot neighbor kid decided to turn the car on and start blasting rap music. So I'm sure I'll get a copyright claim on that, but that's fine. I don't know if it was really loud enough for this to pick it up. It was just a bunch of booming, but you never know. Of course, they got their windows wide open and can listen to me rapping on into a phone like an idiot, so anyway. Oh, what else is going on? I have an appointment tomorrow, so I'm probably not going to get to anything tomorrow. I have the day off work, though, so that's a thing. But it's probably just going to be continued video editing, because I need to do a lot more of that. Of course, it's now later on at night. You can see you might even be able to see mosquitoes. There's an air conditioner again. Now I gotta talk over it. But, I recorded a video log a couple weeks ago, and I'm probably not going to upload it. In fact, I know I'm not going to upload it because I'm going to upload this one. But shortly after that, I had also recorded some video with some camera glasses, and I'm going to upload that to the main channel and just see what happens. Just, yakking on into camera glasses. It's just the same thing as this, except instead of looking at my face, you're looking at whatever's in front of me. There were fireflies that night, which was kind of neat, which is really the only reason why I'm going to upload that video, if it even turned out. I'll have to look, because I used the camera glasses. Really, it was a test, or I was trying to test out those camera glasses and their low light sensitivity, which I'm sure is absolutely piss poor, because, MJPEG video and all that. But I wanted to try it out and see how they were, and, test them, make sure they still work, because I'd like to use them for this upcoming Hamfest, Peoria Hamfest, which is the end-ish of September. It's not the last week of September, it's the second last week of September. For some reason, I'm not really looking forward to it. I'm getting the feeling that something's going to go wrong this year, but I don't know. I got the same feeling last year and nothing really went wrong other than the fact that my freaking allergies decided to spike the day before. That was irritating. I hope that doesn't happen again this year, but you never know. So it probably will. I'd appreciate it if it didn't, but it probably will. It's up at about 10 minutes. Probably want to stop soon. But I can't think of anything else really to say anyway, because I think I've covered all my bases. That's just continued video editing, lots of computer videos, but that being said, I found some camcorders at the thrift store for the first time in a long time. Unfortunately, they're VHS-C cameras, and they're really not all that interesting. Well, one of them is, the other one's not. But I bought them both just because, why not? I don't think either of them has a power supply. I know that one of them certainly doesn't, unless it's buried in the bag. And I just didn't see it. It didn't have a tag on it. And the interesting thing is that I grabbed one for one price and had to get them to reprice the other one because there's no tag on it. And they priced it significantly, we'll say that, significantly lower than the other one. I thought about complaining, but the store was so busy, it's like, whatever, it's not really worth it, because it wasn't that much money in the grand scheme of things. It's low enough that significant really isn't that significant, but still, it's more money than I really wanted to spend on a bunch of crappy VHS-C cameras that I'll never use. But hey, people like the camera videos, so I'll keep making them. Same thing with stupid driver videos. People like them, even though they complain about everything about them. It's funny. People ask me, when are you going to upload another dash cam video? And then when I upload a dash cam video, everybody complains about how terrible of a driver I am. Like, make up your mind. Which is it? Do you want to see them? Do you not? Anyway. So, I've thought about the possibility of, I almost said outsource. I don't think that's quite the right word, but I've thought about turning that into its own channel as well, just because it's so far outside of the realm of technology, but I don't really need another freaking YouTube channel. I've got too many of them already. So, plus, what's likely going to happen, and how I see it happening, is, because it's the same thing with the Storm videos, they didn't do too well either when I put them on their own channel. So I haven't given up. I will edit Storm videos someday, but, it'll just have to be done. You can see hot ick. But yeah, my sun is vanishing, the mosquitoes are getting ridiculous. They're ridiculous anyway, but they're getting more ridiculous. So I should probably shut this down and go inside. Might even just be to bed because I'm tired. It came on rather suddenly that I'm extremely tired, but I've been up since like 5 o'clock this morning. I don't know what it is. It's either I get up at 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. Really weird how that works, but that's the way it is. So, on that note, stay tuned for more, because there'll probably be more. I'd like to start making video logs once a week. It's just that the problem is I have to actually upload them. So I make them, like I make a whole bunch of them, but I just never upload them. It's the same problem that I used to have back in the early days of YouTube. I would make like 1,000 videos, but I'd only ever upload like 1 or 2 of them. Maybe that's for the better. Some of those videos were pretty low quality, looking back on it. But it'd be kind of neat to find some of them. I do have some of them. I don't know that they'll ever see the light of day, but yeah. Back in the no-budget YouTube days, when everybody was just in it to be seen. Nobody was in it for the money. And in a way, I kind of miss those days, but I also don't, because there's a lot of really crappy content out there. Especially mine. Yeah, my content is probably amongst the worst. I don't know why anybody watches any of this crap, and I'm sure they're not watching this now. It's like over 15 freaking minutes. It may not even upload. I don't know if I have uploads over 15 minutes on this channel. I guess I'm going to find out.